Digboy is a town in the Tinsukia district of Assam. Known as the oil city for being the birthplace of India's oil industry. The name Digboy is said to have originated from the phrase dig boy dig, which was reportedly used by British engineers looking for oil. Commissioned in 1901, the refinery is one of the oldest operating refineries in the world and known as the Gangotri of the Indian hydrocarbon sector. Digboy has its share of tourist attractions as well, with the Dibru Saikhoa Wildlife Sanctuary, which is known for its rich biodiversity, home to a variety of animals including the Royal Bengal tiger. The Digboy War Cemetery commemorates soldiers who lost their lives during World War II. Golf is also an integral part of history, with the Digboy Golf Course being one of the oldest golf courses in India. Founded in 1888, the Digboy Golf Course is spread in an area of 6,309 yards and is considered one of the best golf courses in the territory. The location of the golf course is ideal as the Dehing Forest Reserve is found on three sides of the golf course. On the fourth side, an amazing view of the mountain ranges situated in Arunachal Pradesh can be enjoyed. Digboy is all set to host the landmark 25th edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. The prize purse for the event has been increased from last year's 85 lakhs to an all-time high of 1 crore this year. The Indian Oil Servo Masters has a special place in the history of Indian professional golf, as it is one of the longest running tournaments on the Indian domestic circuit and on the PGTI. The tournament is well established as Northeast India's premier professional golf event in terms of the prize money on offer, the strong field it attracts every year, the top-class playing conditions and the high level of competition on display. N. Thangaraja of Sri Lanka and Veer Alhawat, a former winner in Digboy, were tied third at totals of 9 under 207. Viraj Madappa, who is playing in Digboy for the first time, is currently placed second at 10 under 206. The 28-year-old Madappa's third round of 68 lifted him one spot from his overnight tied third position. PGTI ranking leader Yuvraj Sandhu's dominating display in round 3 gave him a commanding 6-shot lead at a total of 16 under 200 at the 1 crore Indian Oil Servo Masters 2025. Yuvraj, who led by 2 strokes after round 1 and 2, expanded his lead by another 4 shots on Thursday after firing a brilliant and error-free 6 under 66. The 28-year-old from Chandigarh is now poised for his third win in Digboy and the 5th title of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf. We played beautifully. Digboy Volcanoes. I'm your host Joyce and alongside Mr. Rahul Benefit and COVID situation. Three of us will take you through the day as we have a look at weeks. It's the kind of AQI that we often dream about. Reality. This is first through and more than anyone else, the Raj Sindhu. Verify there through the stratosphere and he's having trailing him is Viraj Gupta. This tournament in its 25th edition. They have two victories in this particular tournament before this tournament. Yellow card. Gavin is just getting to find fault he's upping the ante. And these two tournaments, that's what you see point. It's like pretty certain that some time he commands and create short lead in it. Like the audience, they have visited a few wildlife. It's a perfect mix of both opportunity and difficulty. The cut was applied at 4 over par. The base, but of course, over par is the furthest thing from your possible times. Going hammer and tongs once again, 3 under par for the day, leading by 8 shots. Rahul, what do you say?
When I start, really in the middle of the quick start, he shots now on the field. Because Madhapa has picked up a shot already. In the process, Raj has gone further. Yes, and that number that he posted 25 a couple of years back. He said overnight that he has his eye on that number for sure. And he would like to improve it, and he really wants to start from that direction. At the same time, defending champion, other man on the board, Jamal Hussain picked up 4 shots in the opening 9 holes and just outside the top 10 into the top 5. So there's plenty of action already happening at the little tricky is going to share trips and traps to catch the players, see it through the course of getting coverage, and you will continue to see it through the day to day. Much to look forward to over the next few months. Yeah.
Look at story of Jar, moving that difficult pathway that we see. Very, if any, that he hasn't worked. He's he can pick up the ball, especially the game with the burst, being a very weird player, but being a professional, it's highly being meteoric. It's standards have been, the execution has been exactly very that. It's this is nothing on this is.
In fact, I wouldn't mind being a fly on somebody's shoulder in this area because Bandhan and Jamal Hussain from so if there's any chatter, I'm not sure it's going to be in Bangla. So, and yes, it's interesting to watch his progress particularly through the course of this starting very well. Picked up his second ranking. So, like you said, he's definitely another man on the mission. Well, of course, setting the pace really thought he was again at the very top. And now just a bit, but on staying a little low to the left of the flag. Because this is very, very interesting. Tournament editors opted to really tackle every game. Yesterday we had a little bit of flag in the center, but today everything is 5 right, 4 left, 6 6. So this will be yet another challenging course. I would top of which the players are going to be look to be tested by the flag position, pin position in the rest of the day.
Still here, Jamal. Very fun. Most of the ladies condition crampons. This condition somewhat would be a little familiar to the country. It's not a part of it. So we live this kind of comes. Putting the one space to golf course. Almost won it. He had a good run at Jamal. Yuvraj Sangha was made equal on number 7. That was yielding quite a few equals. So get Jamal to the making it. Seems to be the easiest tool as far as stroke average. And the 15th is to make his part. But it's fairly straight. You need to keep the speed up, otherwise snake away to the left. Missing the left hand side, unfortunately. That was good speed. It's over it.
So it's really turning out to be a good test of, let's say, this you have a little more subtlety and then one picture and just walking past them. So reading them is turning out to be quite a good test for very talented sculptors, of course, all of them. And just saw one example of that.
Badallam from Bangladesh. Finally, the greens were quicker than first few minutes. That's something that the players do like. You see, further today. So, of course, these are sections, just speak. Yeah, look at that, moving with high speed. So you just have a look at this board earlier. Pretty much these two we have read. Subtle. 4. Now conversation to what the power we have through Sharon, very big through the 5 with us. It's a 5-1. He'd allow it stuck in neutral again, the even but H was behind. I can't quite think of any player in the recent past just okay the field. I did done it. That doesn't just win. Yeah, so it decimates the field. It shows you that he's definitely cut from the different. He's also there as element the fact that he has that tigerist sort of either it's a markets.
Absolutely. We set up for some 4 weeks, bunches of last 2 events. Passion. So he definitely said that he made a very strong defense on that card in terms of talking to the PGTI and the opportunity to play the European tour, which is a really good took his time deciding between jobs. We got two of them.
Actually, how difficult this one is. Long party.
So basically, getting the decision to reach the very last, uh, leaving the ball a little bit to the right test and then on. Now,
He is considered in the tall ball. It's a lot of heavy and it's very difficult to keep it so consistent. Start finish each and every day. Yeah, he did absolute beauty here. It's this it looked like a simple beat. Shivinder coming on very well. Very proficient. The rest of the field went for second position. And that itself is a real battle. Shivinder, another good shot. Green just to the left and too difficult to get up and down from there. Green to two good shots and work out specific. Small green and
hole is this is quite a few. This saw the charter dropping a shot, it's coming up a little, with the pin all wide to the left. But at the top, it's Yuvraj Sandhu on the spread from day one. The day one, two up on the field. Yesterday, he ballooned that lead to a massive 6 strokes. And he's very quickly built on that. He dropped a shot on the second hole, but he picked up two birdies and an eagle in the next 4 holes. He's really got the big between his view of the football place from well, giving you an idea. Very good idea of the burden nature of the surrounded on three sides. This year oldest poetry and reality proximity for name. Depending on the you allow of the Talwar.
they say difficult path is joined by the viewers. It's detail. But very important topic that the present part is such a it brings back the value of I quite like this. When you make your 3 years and US salary. Agent I see that the easiest of it. It's a sort of turtle black and green, which bit hard. So if you missed it again, especially if you're I guess from the front, it's still fairly manageable. But from here, you didn't have a good shot. A lot depends on the kind of diet that it offers itself from the unfriendly lab grass and sitting. It's definitely not under the problem. With certain why.
I think all of them got put themselves under a test. Button.
Very done. Very well done. Made it look easy, but very easy. Not just the long game, because the hard games in the short game very very good at chipping, punting, definitely comes. So punting that beautiful with chippage. See what if it's apart from yes, of course he's feeling quite comfortable in the short game. We would obfuscate fly and brilliant there. Left itself a little bit of work, maybe 4 feet down.
You can see why she ball about the weight of the wicket, the turtle bank, this ball, turtle bank cross the pin. He far from all the just a bit of a water. The ball gets to the ball.
Yeah, that can happen here. The ball is settling down and then you take those big days and make it to get an exact shot. Yeah, so sometimes there's a little bit of luck as well. You can apply that if you often. Yeah. We just need to make a good point. But look good. Just it's not the lower side. It's a little bit frustration building up a drop shot. Looking like that. You could be getting in his way right now.
That's a that's good. And that's a really good activity. Just
Yeah, just
other way.
it could take it the other way. Means
The business back to that point. There are little subtleties that not correct. You have very very plan time to the point. As close to the green as possible.
this is a makeable, but downhill. It's all broken. And could you could manage to it's not would be worth it having a look at this again. In mind, could complicate it.
That's what this opportunity to walk away from the park, playing contrast balance to do that. You can there are there's much to be prepared for the future you get to the home. Again, like we taking time. No, I don't know the of that. Sometimes you take over making sure you have everything like it's kind of
Yeah. Yeah, he was the furthest from the pin. He managed to make 3 minutes past. Great game of golf.
so the quality so it was really like you said, beautiful game. We stopped and let the ball do the work right in the club. He happy with that. Particularly with his playing partner, both happy.
First look at the leaderboard. Rajappa. This kind of stripping people. Athletic, tall. He put back one golfer. hits the wall, pulling downwards. And it's, believe me, he's worked really hard for it. He applied, puts a lot of time in the gym. And a few back issues a couple of years before that did delay him for. Of course, he's back and forth. For the game. So they have to look at Goofy. He has the swag of getting fit by absolution, which I think it's sort of easy. You walk in rarefied air, and he's a prime example. They say you play in sport, you can be last performance. But if you build on it's like a steam engine just goes on. Path gets flattened. We have great hopes from him. It's an great hope for Indian golf. Nothing is outside the realm of possibility. I personally believe that he has the echelons for the fresh development. Chair levels where one has
So we taking both paths to
a brilliant shot here yesterday. See, even long there's such good control. And look at that. It is easy. This is a monstrous hole, 250 yards, and he's at about 8 feet in his swing. It was as if he's hitting pitch. There was no yaw, there was his body. It was composed. Even the finish was almost stopped at the 3/4 level. Just kind of, and he's it's, that swing is a sight for sore eyes.
let's see how much of that's a big part. But it's a very controlled thought. We just back to the very end. So there has also been, I think, if you got to put any pressure on the start, trying to start, these ones after this one. So you can also the fact that I also gathering pace.
It's a season campaign that beetroots. It's brilliant to play with the others. Also, that sort of curtails, they're trying to keep it under the wing here. And it's to the left. Just shows you that the other swing look good, very controlled, and he's a decent shot because the target is very far. So it has some dispersion.
Yeah, you think a bit of all of so here's another vastly man involved in it.
Yeah, all these players play very in a very non-plus easy going. Also held off these this even yesterday he couldn't buy a package.
Really after that stretch after the even he lived in twice, he talked twice, go or came back to finding the left helping man.
That's the kind of game you want that if the parts don't drop, you fix this.
Important to keep the support and maturity.
Well, it's an enjoyable book for you run. It's easy. It looks like in fact, I think half an hour travel. Symphony, practically a symphony, something like that.
It's so really actually you will feel. from day one.
पापा भूख लगी है, मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है।
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा।
सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे। हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
I'm sorry sir, my mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है।
मुश्किल खड़ी है, खोले सीना, सामने एक चट्टान है, मेरी जिद का बोले पसीना, चट्टानों के अंदर आसमान है। जिद है, जिद क्या बावाली, जिद है, जिद क्या बावाली, जिद है, जिद क्या बावाली, जिद।
Well, we are back live with you. Just before we went into the break, kind of brief glimpse of PGTI President Kamal Dev, making a cricketer, wonderful all-rounder. Back to the action. That's one of the from off the left side of the group. Before this, just saw this one. So, we got to see that. I pointed out a little while ago.
It's pretty well executed by Rugby. 10-footer. It's very interesting. Is 10 off the field like bullseye, where you could get it. It's a sizable gallery here, so it's really nice to see. It's a welcome sight to see on of enthusiasts. And they really do love the golf here. And why? Because it's the brilliant eluded it. I'll be happy with that one. Left about 15 feet short. Then the stimulus one reading the line, modern variant of plum bobbing. Versus got even two. Good confidence.
Walk, I don't know, I think that's feeling for minor instructions on the way. And it's a pretty branch. Well placed to build on his lead. With a tremendous speed shot. The long force going left and then right. Both of them, I think, head seem to have held back a little bit on their shots. So probably not so taking the turtle back nature as Shorter put it on the screen, pulling up shot from both sides. Broad Samu, of course.
Was a good punt by Raj. Unfortunately, that would take him back to 10 under par, and Raj the punt to take the bench.
But it's just astonishing that even with 8 holes to go, and he has the potential, the opportunity to follow this lead to 10, which is quite phenomenal. He's literally like a racehorse setting pace. From 4-day, when he still is into a sprint, he's just running from the front.
Yeah, you have the rest of the field, and then you have your Raj. Thank you. Welcome. Make it fun and see if you ask them.
As you saw, we pay off. Because it's not very, very good. Very good. In fact, and so far, it's not managed to for opportunity for product to further push it. We got just how difficult it is to for the entire field of four-day competition. So, Ashwin, welcome, and we have actually seen the golf tournament turn into a horse race, a one horse race.
Some those range stroke lead, I mean, whatever you do here, we have come with leading PGTI team there. The gentleman who prepared professional golf to where it is today, even here the opportunity to earn the kind of money they're earning, prize money they credit the Tali.
Fact that the first year, so I want to cover all the world. So I last year, 2024, and speaking 1 crore mark. 25th year, the longest playing period of the BPS calendar. You know, has been a tremendous partner to professional country. And they continue year on year, not only with the sort of price first, but also with excellent results. Not the longest, but certainly, but at the moment, only absolutely no errors whatsoever. 9 stars. Start 10.
What do you think the Gujarat's game plan will be? Do you think to play trade or do you think to attack? Because no, because the possibility of losing coverage over here there. Do you think it will be attack or
Very good example just now. How to play very difficult to get the ball very into a very makeable putt distance. Tremendous. Double there on the screen. Looking on, he'll be happy with the way the ball is picked up in his tenure as president. Substantially here. A lot of new sponsors, new venues. Beautiful, beautiful start. That will make him feel a lot better after the previous upset overran the field by substantial distance. But this is to put sort of a measure of comfort back in the game. Three trials on the front.
interesting to see?
We allow
Hello.
camera finds in important nature of the sports. Three sides forest, club with a fair of the wildlife. I'm sure comes with the thing.
But 15 to 18 footer from Pantalman. Just to the right, and he's left with a 2.5 foot putt to SA.
It's also interesting to see how many today have PE 157. There are 4 eagles. There is, of course, Veer Alava, who's proper shot here. Other than him, literally everybody is either birdie or eagle.
Just shows how long the modern day ball in par five. You give yourself an eagle opportunity to be not just on it, also on and close enough to the ball to actually pick up two so from that to bring out two as well as par five. Yesterday, the ball was spot showing out. I think on this very good, but top eight and so yeah, once again I think it gives you an idea of how difficult it is. There are subtle temptations like the eye. You know, that was really conscious of the time to just pop up. The defending champion, Jamal Hussain from Dhaka. Sorry about the time of any of this fast running and talent. PGTI. Just under the pin in the kappa extraction, guiding opponent.
Veer Alava didn't want to be left out.
11th, and now he's sitting, well, he's still 9 strokes behind Yuvraj Sandhu. So that Veer Ella, the two Veers, Veer and Viraj, are 9 strokes behind Yuvraj Sandhu.
There's two-way tie for second place now between Veer Lawat after that eagle and Virat Madapam is playing in the final group. Defending champion Jamal Hussain and fellow Bangladesh golfer Badal Hussain sharing fourth place alongside Saptak Talwar, Shivan and Shivan in Sisodia. Saurabh Bhattacharya is in eighth place by himself on 8 under par, and Manu Gandas having a tremendous run today. He's picked up 5 shots and it's well into the back nine. Shared ninth place alongside Sri Lanka and Tangarada himself a winner for here in the past. So that's as things stand for you. Jamal Hussain having a chat with his buddy with his caddy. And as things stand, it is Yuvraj Sandhu out and running in front, 19 under par for the event, 3 under for the day. Up by 9 shots. So two-way tie for second place between Veer Lawat and Viraj Madapam. Both on 10 under par.
They say green is the only color with massive shades. 17 shades of green. You can see most of them are the big white thing. Such a picture is India. Great to see the PGTI circuit enter its 25th year of outstanding facility. Starts out to fall one strong 2020. First road to a victory is now all set to make that, to convert that number to 3. Really, with a 9 stroke lead here, now unless he does something really wrong, somebody comes up with a mind blowing performance. Doesn't look like Virat's going to miss the putt this time around.
Coming back on there with you, host.
We've seen a lot of top putt missed with effort. Then we would like to ask former professional golfer Shaurya Singh why that happened. Is it a mental thing, pressure?
If you keep the transformer in my mind, I still consider that yes, it's the last punch. You never quite give up the dream. You never you wanted to get it. It's very happy to get it done. The way the game is focused is never being a lot of line reading. Of course, it's a different kind of putting surface. So if you can get a few guys here with the grass, it's pretty different. So adaptability is really important. Yeah. Because it's shared with the pyramids. For 11. That's a good one. Should be game there. So let's look at let's talk about putting. Look at you. Ours is performance. Didn't make very good day today. Yesterday after the food. Saturday. And now he's being aided by the Raj's shift. So you have clarity as far as the line is concerned. Look for this to be close. Like most about the game, it's actually able to adapt to different conditions and they've taken much time to understand what a keen sense of smell when it comes to the game of golf. Shot will have that for this birdie ILD. Better than only form of feet apart. And we've seen dolphins, but none of this ape yet. They've been on doing course records and 4-day record of consistent base year after year. Another is flying. Look at that. So it can be done. Get the line, get the speed, but earn yourself an active bird. And I'm sure if that's a birdie or if that's a 3, we soon find. But look at that. Read the food very nicely. You speed them in. Birdie. Bottom right corner. Down and bottom. Should break a little from his left. We'll need to keep the speed up. Misses it. Breaks a lot more than is discerned. Another one gone a begging for your Rogers C and the pass of which using brilliant touch. Of course, rest of the field is for second place. We are allowed the 10 in the park, right in the park. So there's a complex green there. That is done there. That's it up. 7 shots, 7. And combining. Of course, easy for them. Good part there. That should be for the week.
One does feel for them when we started the day in the leader group. We slipped thanks to, of course, these 3 drop shots made up with 2 birdies, but that still leaves them at 8 under, tied 7th place. He still has a few holes to cover up. Yuvraj Sandhu is running with, looks at it, 19 under. His own post record is 23 under with his preferred life. Be back to 22. Let's see if we can overtake that. He's already got a needle under his belt.
Really weak. Of course, it's a couple of that go begging. So, great future. It's they approach with the left hand down. Then see a whole host of funding groups that started the in proposing that the country that well that they do us on this TV morning. We also ask you to follow social media, YouTube, you can see the live coverage and video questions. We of course love hearing from you. And we go to poll number 12. There's only one gear right now for you. It's the 5th gear. It's the cycle. Translation. Look at that. In the translation, everything else is it's probably the first parent shot we've seen. You can understand, the frustration after hitting so many beautiful shots. But not what what's just going in for them. Little pent up. You can feel it, especially the 3 pocket 4 part. Shots. Even though he's winning, it shows you that he wants to better himself.
That's what champions are made of, but what is even more great, he played 14 events this year prior to this. The Digboy, he's 11 cuts, on which 10 could be top 10 finish. That was wait an opportunity.
Yes, I think that would be a career being it's flowering. Interesting to what the future is. Marvelous. Bangladesh here at bowler number 30. Still playing L to B series. All these Indians. Lo and behold, an absolute beauty. So the players from Bangladesh are in these conditions pretty comfortable. They're picking putts and they're doing well. Before Bangladesh in the cut 5. 6. It gets better if you go to technology that
So interesting to see that in the top 9 was the 3 right here. The that figure, which was very well.
yeah, you have players with top one country. Zimbabwe, Dr. City. Which was the United States. The action. Demal being alongside his countrymates. Yeah, makes your work that. You also have a look at the whole merit and see that matter was the combination. This currently the Raj sits at 1 crore 6 lakh 67,000 rupees. So he will go to 1 crore. It's a good story, I think. After 15 events, we have a commanding lead. Also, he's doesn't look like a good top 5 country with
पापा भूख लगी है, मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है।
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा।
सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे। हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
What a great shot! But he looks tired. And that's a drinks break.
But what's the plus sign for? अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस। जब लगे थकान वाली प्यास, जरूरी है सेल लेवल हाइड्रेशन। इसके इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आपके सेल्स को रिहाइड्रेट करें, एनर्जी लौटाएं, थकान वाली प्यास मिटाएं।
जब आपको भी लगे थकान वाली प्यास, अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस, थकान वाली प्यास के लिए।
पढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया।
You see, Kshitij Naveen Kaul has finished 5 under for the day. He had a very ordinary opening round. He got a 70 by 71 and a 75 yet round 3. Managed to make the cut, 71. But he was on fire today. Shooting 7 birdies before the bogey finishing round. And presently placed him as tied 20. The gentleman playing 400 in Prakhar, Assam, with 5 birdies and 1 drop shot on the field, and still has a handful of holes to play. Late surge, I guess, to improve. Never give up, keep at it. And some better to learn that from than Yuvraj Singh. Presently sitting at 19 under with an 8-stroke cushion, and it's getting harder and harder for the opposition.
The nice getting on between the Servo Masters. In the busy presence, a little bit trouble of the people. I think that the worst seems to be behind it. It's lucky that he has a target. He can get out of it quickly here. Side to reload. So I think that he's drawn himself some sort of a shot. So it's definitely a positive break. Certain what the lie is, but the fact that the carry has gone the other definitely the shot to be off.
The undulating nature of the flames results in players visible on camera. This is the case right now. Pop out. Lit.
Yeah, get that. Let's see when we get let's see. Us appears to be his ball, yeah. So it's a very good effort. Given the conditions, the line that he had, done a very good fortune favors the bold. Currently, fortune is smiling upon me.
While Veer and Avat pocketed a birdie, well, Viraj Madappa and Veer Alavat are tied second at 11 under feet. The race between them is fast becoming one second spot. Until somebody plays out of this game. The weather in Digboy this time of the year is simply divine. So the conditions, golfing conditions are outstanding. The weather is divine. Best advertisement.
Let's also have a look at lower down the field and take sounds. One is the path over there. The path of caution, over path for the day. For policy, even from. And that got that's got missing for larger. So we have a bar there. On the Sharma, but also got a good over Greg Snow, 300 now. Geo Centric, under par. Stefan Bennett. Even one for the overall, they really delivered. This part might actually go break it up, get out of it, then it's but it's people watching this is but it could easily be 30 under for the week, the way that he's not being able to buy himself, but with overwhelming accuracy and exactly under bond, it's flawless tee to lead. Just kiss the button. I think he just kissed the button. So you kiss the button, asking to implore it to make he's got in the part, he's made birdie, and he allows his eagle. Positions for
The whole chapter, our tiger, red shirt,
very superstitious. Dressed in all white, diametrically opposite of Black Knight, Gary Blair. He's the white knight, the poppy field. He's all in white. Some of all the rivalry at the time is yes, he's done so beautifully. Well done. Nice. In the way that we play the whole building is sort of major. From Guru Gram. The pace on that part was perfect. No beat on that one was really fun. Individuals see, the same people. Very accomplished player, right? It's golf all over the world. It's but Helm, it's clear. The game of golf under his tuition. Of course, the team is the operation, the various come together to make it happen for us without sponsors. This something that it would not happen. Look back in the years, the victors, how the time flow. Look at Ashok Kumar, look like a newborn baby, looking so young in that photo. It's indomitable spirit. Whereas Page once again put out to say, I think the was pretty is technical victory yet. It's still assumed that we are failure, but we
Sorry about the carry of the tea there. It's nice delivery. It's very just maybe a little bit to the left, but we'll be happy with that shot. And yes, that montage is just sort of dominance of Mukesh and Shankar Das. So between them, I think that is from 8 or 9 times at the very least. Just between the two of them. So again, I think it underlines the fact that you really don't need power and distance and force and it's golf. It will pay off for you.
It's not golf. Almost I can also golf can get under your skin. Golf. I think it also shows that good ball strikers, consistent strikers. Push people. Look at that view. Mesmerizing. And that fills the lung. Definitely should be later. Not just for the bee garden.
Also, don't forget the wildlife. Kaziranga was the world sanctuary. Not too far away from here. Great success. Protection of wildlife. Stellar story. One definitely one of the best wildlife sanctuaries. Home to not just the rhino, but Albanian tiger, elephants, plenty of wildlife. So it's a great place to during the season. It's like sure I was pointing out. Place where your lungs can actually expand. Look at that, look at that view. No oxygen, then pollution, no that.
This beautiful Digboy. All of that, from our opinion, he gardens. Of the country. Also, the weaving itself into the fabric of sport. We got it. Now you feel a little for it, it's it needs to let off that steam. And hopefully you can find a putt sooner rather than later.
Also seems to be the second tee shot in the lines.
It's a great, you can't make a bogey on the previous for this one. Seven, I think it's the par five. Beautiful facilities, the guest rooms. Riding down. Being followed by between the thing. Couple also professionally involved. PGTI. You know, you need feed of champions, but you let them on. See, you know, how best get it done. Stardust, it's like you as well. That ball is indeed fine. But what are we doing? Maybe just taking a seat, you know, maybe bang in. Yeah, there's so much beauty. You want to go and meander. Um,
Situation, I think it's always the best. You can read a Iraq, stop.
First look at Alkin Brisson. Put it back there to the professional doctor of India. I say that shot worthy of number one.
Really short, very soft hands there. This is ball in the ground to check progress of the ball. Make a good fucking lead.
5-50.
Deep hole.
Just off the green.
Virgin hand, and he will want to get some good numbers on his card. Very and forward. Just trying to let the green to work for him. Put the ball in the best place possible. More events to go after this one. Including an you was outside the Mumbai region, the greater Mumbai region. Are done. It's a brand new facility, 9 rooms to be expanded. The ambitions will be visiting there in the course of the next 2 weeks. But left. Beautiful day again. Like yesterday, the bright clear skies, not much of breeze to disturb the vehicles. In their progress towards the 18th hole, to the 15th. It's technical. Beautifully controlled. Just over everybody just feel that thing high. Just of the free first stuff. It's the collar of the green. Not a bad effort at all. Beautiful first once again. Give an idea of how worded the layout is so conjugate time gullies and gulches not the green. Not for the green progress to the second and final 25th edition of the PGTI calendar. Great support for great Indian company, enjoy backbone, one of the backbones of the economy and the tremendous support was for hockey, football, and agony is wasted. Yeah. This is one. And on the left,
all fucking days. Pretty aggressive putt. With clear signaling of intent. He's gone about 4 feet by that. The others who are making moves today, Badal Singh and Jamal Singh, very similar names. The number one, the end of our day, played an entire season with 3 people as well. I'm not giving it the early walk. Kevin now walking his what happening here? Digboy links natural beauty to golf courses. And for our viewers, do spread the word. For those who love watching golf, say, learn it, you see the best in business. There, currently on your screens, the Raj Batappa.
Plenty of action also Navya, on the PGTI last few years. You follow them on Twitter, you follow them on Instagram, you follow them on Facebook. And of course, like Charlie said, do share the word about live coverage of every event and the PGTI calendar, very coverage, week on week, golf from different parts of the country. Today, we're going to be extreme office.
Yes, it's really something professional going through the team that the F1 fans, the F1 from one place for the last time. So professional to the team. So then the rest of this deal is it's leaving their mark. So all states do not check it for the Raj. Leaving a chip in the mouth there, leaving it really short. I've been able to, I got a investment shot that was almost in. Seems like I have prescription glasses and so that was a really shot.
With that from the ranch in the post. It's quite, I think he was expecting it to go in. Stood up and surprised that actually in. Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good effort indeed. From what was that difficult? Trophy.
Actually, that you rather see that what we saw the stock and PGTI cat. You will encouragement, I'm sure, for the media and PGTI ranking. Great man himself on the state.
Great man, bringing golf right first. And he comes sport that he has. What he means to the game, golf, say, sport in general, but the time and effort that he's given, it's this is really something. He's a big benefactor of golf and selfless. Wants to grow. The sport is galvanizes, builds a nation. He understands the effort that he's taking. It's lead to results far and wide.
It's certainly been a dynamic leader of the PGTI. He's surprisingly president. And he is really saying we should leave golf healthier and happier space. He's done with his state. Prakash Chauhan.
Prakash,
Good morning.
the main is flowing.
The air, the color, the speed, fast order, and things. PGTI spent a year in Europe.
Yeah, that itself is a rich experience and a professional work for the skill that we collecting later. You have that these opportunities. I'd say that's such a great thing now to happen for the professional work of India that on our best get a stage this sort of an unsure. I'd like to welcome boss, young unsure.
A young man from Delhi, 20-year-old. Going fast like Italian. We can circuit something else. Like talking new breed of Volvo with small. Comfortable with the rest of the game as they are at this moment. Nice conversion there. No fast. I mean, fast, not very long, 2 feet. Right in the center of the top. And a little more time in the woods over here. And it's a different. Yeah. Path on the first club. Just found the ball. Now looking for the way up then. Okay. The ball goes to then wood leaves so where. Jab at the ball and send it to at least out of the woods back on the fair.
Steven Sisodia didn't have a great start to the day, double bogey. But he covered up for that with a triple on the 7th. Make 1 under. So late tied 5th at 9 under. The action is heating up at volleyball play. Yuvraj Sandhu is still atop the pecking order with 5 holes left to play. 7-hole cushion. Massive.
Nice broad shot there. And, even as you speak, one man who's definitely on the move is defending champion. Jamal Hussain has lead card is picked up in fact 5 shots and now tied for 3rd place. He can on the par alongside Yuvraj Malakov who's top leader from day one. Yuvraj Sandhu who is at the par for the tournament 200 day. Badal instead at the 5 shots. 14. The must to play for definitely for the championship for minor placings. Step 2 and 3 of the podium, so to say, actually. And yeah, this is a second, third, fourth, top 10 getting closer. In fact, not just 3 shots, covering the top 10. Take away He gave a 7 shots on score. Tech punch. Out. Just pulling him to the left of the cup. A fairly straightforward conversion. We, of course, having spent a year in Europe this year, top the PGTI rankings. 1 year, and we got to play on the G World Tour.
One can expect some aggressive golf be allowed in the next 5 holes. There's just one stroke that really linked the duel of Jamal Hussain and Virat Pedappa. He will want to increase that gap and make his own the second spot. With a lingering hope that you get some falter somewhere and you can actually usurp the leader for the position, but that is very unlikely right now. Peter Lavat in his own mind will be eyeing a sole second place finish. There are many ways of reading a line for the putt, especially in undulating surfaces. Read to keep in position.
So yeah, I think to minimize the damage of just paying off the fairway. This hole itself, 14.
Oh, that nearly lipped out. It just went in, out, and then luckily found its way back into the cup.
Just show that you can't let yourself relax. Lots of yeah, we can catch you out. Partner. Yes, very narrow. Alvarez was in just 2 shots off the lead up. Little to the right. Charlie Bhattacharya is background in the shots. And all of a sudden, defending champion. Shaurya has worked himself back into the top 5. Like back 9. Bounce back from that with the body. 14. So not the easiest part. I think this you could see the break that part. Good job by the young man. Fast strike talent again, like it's the last group of young talent pushing. There's a good people in India where you can have voice of winner this year. The defending champion. The ball was sent to middle of the field. So you can tap it. It's 38 punching. Now we trade for second.
That's an outstanding shot. Camera work. PG.
पापा भूख लगी है, मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है।
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा। सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे। हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए, क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी।
I'm sorry, sir. My mistake.
पर हम भी जिद्दी है।
मुश्किल खड़ी है, खोले सीना, सामने एक चट्टान है, मेरी जिद का बोले पसीना, चट्टानों के अंदर आसमान है। जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद क्या पावाली, जिद।
What a great shot! But he looks tired. And that's a drinks break.
But what's the plus sign for? अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस। जब लगे थकान वाली प्यास, जरूरी है सेल लेवल हाइड्रेशन। इसके इलेक्ट्रोलाइट्स आपके सेल्स को रिहाइड्रेट करें, एनर्जी लौटाएं, थकान वाली प्यास मिटाएं।
जब आपको भी लगे थकान वाली प्यास, अमृतांजन इलेक्ट्रो प्लस, थकान वाली प्यास के लिए।
Best is there. Everybody will stay hydrated. To a partner. Victoria choice in the same bank, club, Amul, Tampa, and the next partners in PGTI journey to pick up and maintain the next side. Coming to the final stage of this one, prize money going up. From last time, it's now the longest running event on the PGTI. Ton support from farm officer. Voted part of the country. We also see for its wildlife, for the mighty river, and of course, this very interesting golf course.
The name Digboy came British. Big for oil.
I'm not so sure about that. There's no one. I mean, historically, and besides, you don't really think of it. You need to go, coal, river. Take that big picture. Sure about it, young man, 10 under par for the tournament, and certainly making a bid to join the top three. His best after having a minor blip midway through this round.
But you will have to dig in deep for sure.
For the big
Let's say drill. Let's say drill.
drill that ball, win, par three, taking the dance floor. One was saying that we clothing on being allowed to also keeping good pace. I mean, they both picked up. Leaders picked up more shots last 5 holes. Last 4 holes, having given away a bogey in the par three. 10. which has actually got so many others out today. In fact, all through 4 days of
Will be much more wind. So the wind factor hasn't played much role this week, but the golf course is a challenging one, undulating, testing physically and mentally. So you have to be top of the game.
this is great. Great. It's not a very long path, but I hope all the going. Can yes, club choice, not even going involved. We love it shots. Or we invent it sometimes the challenge and all of things. And bother is we love we get and so we take the path, 6 shots. Then get the top hands and safely on the green. They will come down at the track. So that's like it.
Far and few are those moments that Prathan has not played the gallery for the kind of form he is in. Always watching, the learning that is pro.
Thank you for that. Of course, the real joy is playing something pleasure. Remember, therefore, so we can't any given Sunday. We can have the same
Linus, we've seen Yuvraj, despite his outstanding performance, waiting after this week, he missed a lot of short putts. As the Shorty had mentioned, he's going to be 30 under. And those putts range, but he's head and shoulders above the field right now, even though the lead he has is down the stick. That's courtesy. We'd allow it. Late surge. We birdied the 11th. He dropped the shot in the 10th, but he eagled the 11th and birdied the 12th and the 14th. Moved to 3 under for the day. Meanwhile, Jamal was there and he was on fire. Defending champion has 4 birdies and an easy.
Yeah, he's that's the reason that he's the champion, first world champion. And of course, they belongs to left field, bowling 7 under par to the week at the in sixth position. The golfer, the PGTI here. Because that was really quite passion in the events of that. Yeah, I think maybe I towards reaction after that, technically, I have to tell you that. You allow it?
Camera now, pulling away from his golf, he have been distracted a little bit from somebody further up the fairway. And, too happy with that.
Yeah, that can happen. He's playing the par 3 16th, the hole where Ashwin had his tryst with destiny, so to speak. Born again, being chased by an elephant here. Of course, none of the players having dealing with that. It's not happening.
Then to put away the distraction of that photo very quickly. So it was the dance floor there for me allowed. And the second game by itself on 13 under par. In fact, he is now near something of a charge or after that only on 10.
Yeah, very interesting. He's made eagle, birdie, par, birdie, birdie. He's won 5 under through last 4 and only 5 behind the Yuvraj. Like fire. So Yuvraj is leading. Birdie, finally gets the putt going into the flurry. You would want to see if it behind the par. Sometimes not. All the way to the left, preferred location. Measuring play 50 odd yards. It's a very good shot, about 15 feet. Very difficult pitch position, impeded by that large overhanging tree. And you have a phase that is taken.
Was the president and the chief executive of the PGTI watching closely up in there and indoor. But we have to work for our cameraman and crews as well. So they are following.
Yeah, I was saying it's not brief coverage of the territory is expansive. You talk about stationary sport, where you have your camera crews and your the bays and the camera placements. Very easy, but when you talk about sport like golf, you talk about a massive area to cover. It's not easy, especially getting power. The camera crews,
Golf covered in India. Great. Big curve and year on year, it's better.
Yeah, of course, that is the factor. We're just alluding to just the technical wide, expansive area. And you also have to be circumspect. It's not like other sports, it's make lots. Just walk anywhere. They have to be very careful. Their lines, they don't get disturbed. And then you have these large the internet connection. It's easy. It's really difficult to broadcast golf. It's really different, but of course, the outcome, it's which is on the space. Live golf, being made available. They're kind of courtesy. It's a partnership. Start almost like time. So that's why when you have it ball, and with PGTI, the two wins, the leader in the was the professional golf in India because it's sport, everything else that is so important for the country and professional golf. Yeah, it's world recognized, affiliated with DPO, PGA to offering ranking for one of the strongest open domestic tours. back. Next month, we have a look at early effort and leaving it. Not being able to gauge speed on that occasion.
Good point you made, Sharon. This year we have full years 17 entries PGTI. So as this year coming up, next year is qualified school. We just see more countries are represented because this is really becoming a pathway for international golfers to become and they go along with the bigger tours. Allow for something of a role. Something around the world on that part. Very good effort from the beach. Pull up just right at the cup. Around in the back.
But now the path is 16. But like 2 under par day and also double digits. Usually in Satak. That's from 6 and the lower hand down. Also, the gag it eliminates the wrist play. You immediately very playing very well. Also, I can position 5 we say that's the 5 of the match should be. And yeah, okay. Yeah, she ended up cleaning up very assertive. That's kind of what he likes. Mama does it at 4. Been seeing it. He's been doing well this year. And putting some performance. Point 2. The pandemic a regular on the head. And here almost out of view. The fast even 15. I leave the maybe had a 16 speed. There, you're 25 years. With this switch of the left hand side, this is the shot that you face. The other.
His playing partners, the Bharatandhu and Sankar, are already on the transfer or we are closer to Raj.
But kick out shot when it hasn't begun. That is impeccable execution. If we gauge the roll on that again, pitch it to perfection. That play. Well done. To get to the bar five. Expect that if not, reason the maybe should even this is the
What he has. Somebody waited to carry the picked up the flag and if I need to. But in those days, Telecast is the world's prime. Really, they to be dominated. Page. I think effectively we're talking about the page. I don't think anybody's been that effective in such a short duration. It's maybe been a professional for 5, 6 years, I think, if I'm not wrong. 6.5 years. At that time, we lost quite a few victories. As far as that's concerned, I think we definitely be leading that statistic. I think that looks something good, but let's see, that's about 2.5 feet short. He's going to give that the due respect. Really good effort, man. Look, really, when that was cracking the entire distance. Kept calling all the even rather than chip on us, so beautifully done that just drop the ball. And Raja doesn't really waste time. Yeah, look and you miss is that quick. It's time to go. It really is someone who just doesn't wish to see on the TV, see forever, see it's all business. And it's up there, very offer and not shape society, especially very difficult. Of course, this all through then also is a factor of confidence. And then the better ball strike is beneficial. That takes up a little stress because from the so it's that would be the last yeah, shit. So you see, the ball from the other ball striking is quite compared faster than and the experience. So that's the big thing. So that's it. Even if they say that's the case. So have a look at this. This should be straight in. Let's see if he gets this right and finally he gets one to go in. It's a bit of a stress to start. But it's a beautiful part. That's exactly what and those parts. The 80, it's just I think it's going to here. Well, you literally expand the list. He's short as that's Javindra not happy with that one. Three that can happen in time. Yeah, brilliant camera. Yeah, below the surface. It's first to the right and for that. So really good. Brilliant shot right there. Tremendous camera with the holding that and backdrop of the shadow. Great stuff. And, we have put that.
Let's see this shot. Great birdies. He has the opening. And look for this to be really good. This is going to be aggressive. Look at that. Look at the quality of ball striking, leading off high quality shot one after another. It's another tight flag with not much margin for error, if any, to be honest with you. That tree should be a yard right. The flag with overhanging. So it was exact execution.
Hey, you might talk about great. Then you can need to do that.
Valuation 50%, 90%. If you're going to see it, you believe it. Let's see if Viraj also you don't have the best to get with the fun. See that if pitching edge can this. That's what I think that can happen. That's weird. A little bit off to the right, make the ground just too lucky that it come this side. At times it can get so the general it looks fairly harmless in office, but of course it's not easy. When you're on student trouble, it's focus.
I mean, there's a weird battle going on in me. Every time we are allowed to make a game, Jamal is adding to that margin between the two, just one point down, 13 under. And Jamal right on the field and fighting apart. Bunching up very, very nicely behind the lead. The Rogers. Once again, like the 6 strokes, we think of the shot on the field. And it's really well played. To pick up yet another one. This shot, far three. Terrific tee shot. But Tracer locked on to the target and sent it with exactly. Great visualization, great. See, a little bit of that swag in his back and his walk. Right?
Yeah, of course, that birdie and another shot.
Doing the right thing, I think all golfers. Or I just one wonderful thing. Get on the green, find takes and takes, please take a little bit of time to prepare them, not just it's a all that is find the takes close by. Please take that little bit of an effort, help the next, and keep the greens in good health.
Yeah, absolutely. They say that repair yours and make the world a better place.
Absolutely. Was hard. It's just a bit of an acknowledgement of their hard work. Take a little bit of
That's short here. That's a lot really work with and surprising that he's doing with the putter. First to at least 4 yards of to get the pin. Maybe the line. The grass is doing against. It's very need a good hit in order to get the.
you know what?
Yeah, that's a decent effort. That part, the 4 feet.
Do you think it was worried about
Yeah, when it sits down really and grass that can especially on live where it's wedged between a few big places grass then it's very difficult.
So also I get confidence in your putter to put up.
Well, of course, it's very box. Yeah.
We're back with you. It's Sonia. Drive. What will be his 72nd and final hole of this 25th edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters, being played at the verdant and interesting Digboy golf links far northeast of India. If everybody had game of golf as smooth as possible, made possible by servo lubricants, a lot of people will be very happy, certainly. Sometimes it is the case, sometimes it's not. So look after your lubrication and golf game will be on the right track. 19th hole is always there, 80 feet. Set things right if right? But these boys, it's passing them. So it's just making sure they get to the finish line.
Yeah, hole number 18. This is when the real metrics. One beyond the road. Where the road runs through it. The road runs through it about 20 yards short of green. Like here, you can see the width of the stance is pretty big. Build a strong base because he knows he's going to give it everything. Just body language. Look at that. There's no holding back. That's that from the tiger is something. It's in the powerful. That ball, that is the longest that we've seen. That is long beyond the road. It's the thing. That little furry friend. See, yesterday afternoon is going to be woken up. He thought that it's safe there. Nobody guessed it. Well, they feel something. Look at that. You see one of the players with a wider stance here because they're giving it a bit of sense of that stability. The hard swing.
For some of these players, it's probably not a reachable.
Really neat because it's for 360 frames. So you know, hitting the weight, of course, it's statement, but these are the longest mechanisms of professional golf to India. Maybe even the longest in Asia as well. Guys like Veer, it's a testament. He finished last year, sitting at the very trying DLF golf currently for that, the DP World Tour event. So you know, he definitely has this game. He can hang with the longest shooters in the world. I've seen the ball, you know, when he catches, he can carry it 15 in the air. You know, about minuscule fraction professional, so you can hit that just carry right in the air. They are being in the top 10 percentile. The 90.
पापा भूख लगी है मुझे भी वॉशरूम जाना है
पेट्रोल भी भराना पड़ेगा सब मिलेगा इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप पे हर जर्नी को परफेक्ट बनाने के लिए इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत जैसी सुविधाएं चाहिए क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी
पढ़ता है खेलता है झूलता उछलता है दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया अमूल दूध पीता है इंडिया
इंडियन ऑयल स्वागत पेट्रोल पंप क्योंकि स्वागत है हैप्पी जर्नी की रेसिपी
This back to the action. Hole number 17 in view. It's a semi-complete to the right. I can actually just meander the little bit. You see that level with the drop off. 10 odd yards. So I'll try to get that level down. But you can't pitch it there. So you pitch it on the higher ground and then the ball rolls down.
Seems to be a very common area for the ball to connect. Because everybody that angle. So
Yeah, it slopes that way. And of course, these are the final few. very small time, maybe about 20 yards in length,
Right.
and the width is maybe about 30 yards. And and four and get there. Many players down to or on the higher level. That's why we get like yeah. We both of us speed, elevate.
Well, well,
Yeah, some are that's down draw for it's a very clear effect.
we did study and driver and get on that. Green is a team. Digboy got great. Plenty of greenery, plenty of grass, big tree, the mature tree with the road course. The present location is 1943. Now,
Little bit to the left hand side. Pretty comfortable from there in fact. Up to the age feeling very feel of ever experience. And left would in a repeated fashion. Let professional player maybe never been honored by this market, something we never been when you by age which is career in my life we're doing so often it's ludicrous to be honest with you.
absolutely, it shocks. It's massive, massive pushing coming into the final two holes were very close. Raj, of course, says he loves this sketch because he's fun. He was his first professional diving year. Won. Won once again. And he pretty much settled getting hand on it. But before that, he distance.
Me too. This he's done that. It's looking pretty yeah, action. That's good execution. All of it.
Raj Madhapa, the third member of the group, is not had the best of days. Went up in second place and he started the day. Flipped off the pace of the group. And down 8 dropped 2 shots in the last 4 holes. He certainly wants to push back further back up the order because it as the environment trying to take it. But
It's underway. And what naturally pitching it on the flag. That's the best that we've seen thus far.
just one shot shy of the time for fifth place. Currently at but it is top 5, which is currently shared. Torre Bhattacharya on his own in fourth place. Valedictory Hussain, Saptak Talwar and Tanga currently in the share for fifth. On Kerala. Defending champion Jamal Hussain making a strong run at the end. It's tied for second. outside. We have to finish. There's a lot to play for behind this way.
Yes, of course. He's playing different things. The rest of the field being left in the field. It's like to see him play more, and I think what that does for the entire field is that elevates the rest of the field. Just look at the scores. Saying 12, Vietnam 12, 11, 10. This golf course historically was never easy to get to double digits. We can talk a lot about the advancement of technology, but that doesn't change things. It's still like powerful ball. Maybe the driver goes 5 yards. Don't believe the marketing. If we get 15 yards extra each year, we will be 1,000-yard drives. So, dignitaries. Indian has done for the sport cannot be spoken about enough. It would be pivotal, not just for the professional, but for amateur, junior. They've done so much. They continue to be a bulwark. Next generation of champions. 20. Here, big football friends. And Raja, after that good second shot, is done well. That's did you imagine that we'd be looking at 20 under par when we start this week? This golf course, you have some experience, even with the wildlife chasing you down. But I'll tell you one thing, that even if elephant was chasing down Raj, he would have been undeterred. He's cut from a different cloth, my friend.
Without doubt, Shaurya, without doubt. I mean, to do it once or even twice is fabulous. To do it repeatedly, week after week, it's like the Bradman.
I'm pretty sure he'd have a century as well in this career. Comes to, of course, those days are far away. Right now, we haven't even hit our purple patch, and he's already dominating. It's just the early days, and the signs are here, ladies and gentlemen. Because you see, the best golfers in the country and from the world only on professional golf. You heard that right. Go on over to our website www.pgtindia.com. Like school, pgtindia.net. Everything is there. You have a lot of information. Look at the stats. The tour is right towards the end of the business. Half the champions are decided, and the number one as of now. It looks like it's. You can't think anybody will be able to rest that away from begging. Yeah, very good stuff. You cannot really parts of the tour. Gone over to Jaipur. This in December. Get a week's break. To Delhi Golf Club, the Vishwas Open. Still open. Field. We've seen Yuvraj make a putt on the fields with the first putt that we've seen. Let's see if he can take this putt for his spot. A bit aggressive with the chip. Missing it well. So he'll move back to 19 under par. Not that it does makes any difference. It is purely academic at this point in time. It's a comfortable 7 should lead.
That was 71st championship, 25th. So Masters.
I'd be remiss if I don't mention Jamal Hussain. He's a champion here for a reason. He's blenishly the only golfer that I can see is go free and and he's not a long field on the tee. He played 50 yards short of the It shows you that skin a cat who makes this far a really nifty player. But doesn't really
Absolutely. You kept a low profile. The seventh one, quite even the dirt, and then picked up base 3 birdies, par straight of 32 and 33 from 75 Shanghai.
That's the rest of the play. That's Dipankar Kaushal always having this smile in his face. Life of the party. We'll keep things going. Enjoy the game. And that's, of course, the legend. Be there. This Dave. I played a few rounds when I was an amateur. He paired with me in a big amateur tournaments. And I'll tell you, he was not happy with my pace of play. It's some funny conversation. Eating and Rajan. Here, a hand comes off because the players are giving it more than 50% of this. That can happen. Missing into the left, so he'll have his work and Rajan. From there, he's currently at 10 par inside of countryman. Badal saying Badal. Here, this is going to be a long driving point between these two. See who can bludgeon it further. It's like two gladiators going at it. Viraj Madappa. Let's see. See that where it's going. This is no holding back here. You see that sort of finish the entire the big treatment. Words and well, I think everything that's happened, but it's bound down that. We have to roll it well. We didn't quite see it yesterday that the longest thus far almost getting after we said
The dog this is not a good place to be.
final drive for I could be Yuvraj Sanghu. Lot of gas in that ten. The youngsters to note that even though they're doing it this hard, they're all in balance. But not easy to achieve what he's done. It's fine, I'll tell you, generate that speed and still be standing. That's a good angle for similar sport.
Just behind the leader, now Jamal Hussain is back in the club on 12 on the bar, currently scoring second. Everybody is having a meeting in the top position 11 under. After Kalwar is done, finishing. So, third member of that. They're all done. They're back in the clubhouse, and this is the final group on speed. Drive and back going left.
A beautiful drive by beautiful. See, you have a lot of these walks, graphs here. Very interesting setup. I say it made for these friendly betting games. It's that every turn. The round of the day has been by Jamal Hussain. 7 under par. That's the score of second and then right money. I tell you that. Playoff record. So he got a high record. Das created seven playoffs. I think four of them. Six today. Shamim Khan has been in 9 playoffs. I think that's the highest number. Rashid Khan has been in 8. You can find on the Professional Golf Tour of India website. The all-time career is Rashid Khan. Prakash with the Age Command before. Of course, when Mukesh had his big win at that time, these price mounts are not inflation adjusted. So you get to board and then he definitely be a lot higher. But they look at the price. Surprisingly high. Yeah, he's Mr. Sampachari. He's referee in the record. It's he's an integral code to the machinery of the European. The golden ball. It's important to help the players. So that best. Never too late to join a party, ladies. It's not. It's just in time for the final of the play. There are going to be no surprises, unfortunately, for people to feel expecting a twist in this game. It's predictable, it's high quality, and it's the kind of golf that you provide billions. They say come the hour, come the man. But that I think it's fair to say that you can employ that for you guys each and every day. Be safe and how you do.
The 7 shot margin with the last few shots to win this championship. After this 4 events to go, this is the team we will probably go. Go all the way across the country to the west. Rajasthan from greenery of Assam to the native brown. The length and breadth of the spread, far wide travel.
The other shot coming in rough, taking the adventure route. Ticket there. It's strength. Spin. The drone work should be impeccable. The pilots seems to be in 70 or 80.
Nothing really to increase his speed. It crossed the always
out of position, and I think he's overshot that, but that's fine because you get the affirmation from the crowd, so it's should be fine. He'll have a chip and secure this. So this week, as it stands now, we have about 25 there. So just tell this easy, otherwise the entire field would come to pass. To tell you the momentous achievement. So, as you can imagine, the other players have been double digits. This one, of course, that doesn't easy. Great angle for you, Raj. 50 yards to the front, within about 40 yards there. He's in the rough, so that should help. Yeah, what a shot. That's good. He needs to stop now. Well done by you, Raj. Yeah, so Spanish hands. You see great short game by Spanish players. And, I think that's another quality that he possesses. There's no chink in his armor.
Yes, one will certainly be looking to put a good number on his card before he's done. Because the first started the day in second place. And down is eighth place all by himself. They the big brass of the Illinois Corporation, Sony, outside PGTI servicing tax. Corporate briefly.
Yeah, he's the sport also does one more thing. It keeps you young because you often have effort and physicality that becomes a way of life. You look at him, it's fantastic even at this age. He's young and he's got that spring step and can still press that ball. This becomes a way of life. Fitness gets entrenched in everything that we do. The action, the stage is set. It's the final act of the play. Let's see if Raj can capitalize on that. Gone around the world in 90 days. Speak, he's well, I can cricket, all take up this chip and can hit it within 10 feet.
Looks like he has.
A little better than 10 feet. That is only even 10 inches. This is really well. You know, that is a difficult shot to be. That's so easy. You know, coming out of the ground, down the line, ball sitting down. These players can really surprise you with their brilliant execution. Smiling assassin and Raja. Gold. And you should be at 10 and 5. He's happy.
He had a very average front nine, played one over. Then he's more than made up on the back nine and got a shot to end your penultimate shot. Next, Raj Sabul, all set to drive the final nail into the coffin.
It's being predictable. And look at this. From outside, you can buy a ticket. What's the role of opportunity? And very minuscule. So that has really added to the flair piece participation interest from people. Previously, we wouldn't have seen golf, but they've been in for a treat this week. Yuvraj delivered yet again. Yes, now a heartbreak. He lost the playoff, and came back strong. Let's see if he can pull this one. It looks good. Just about stays. He's got a market. Yes, Virat should be able to.
Missing that putt, the reaction that he had goes to the champions and he was satisfied. Despite the fact that the win, the guaranteed win, he played brilliantly. He still wants perfection. That's what drives the best in the business.
Virat should be able to make that straightforward putt. Oh, yes. But, well done. Finale stage is set. Come to the art. The name is Sandhu. Yuvraj Sandhu. Finished. We get 19 under par, ladies and gentlemen. Never doubt another resounding victory. Full execution of a gladiator. He's decimated the field yet again, steamrolled them into oblivion, and he's produced a golden performance here at the Silver Jubilee of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. My congratulations to him. This is a week to remember. A masterful performance by a young champion.
And I hope they don't repeat this act when Yuvraj, if Yuvraj wins Delhi. I possibility. Freezing, all that cold water down your neck doesn't look appealing.
It's about time somebody proved them all. I think his friends are there, and water can't cool off fire at this temperature. He's fearless, I'll tell you. What a pleasure. 19 under par. And also, congratulations to the rest of the field. Jamar Sen, spectacular 7 under par. You know, he's been untouchable today. The best round by far. And Toria Bhattacharya, who's growing in stature and strength. The modest, well-mannered, even-keeled youngster with a third place finish alongside Saptak Talwar, Veer Alawad, then Bangladesh pride Badal Hussain, 10 under par, N. Raja, and it's making touch 10 under par. Viraj Badappa rounding up the top 10. None alongside Nicholas Lava at 8 under par. Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we head on to highlights and quotes. Be peppered. And our CEO and very proficient team, the professional doctor, gets the operations team. Great job. And of course, we'd be remiss if I don't mention the greenskeeping committee. Everybody here at the Digboy Golf Links, they've done a brilliant job. It's been perfect. The conditions have been immaculate. The golfers have really enjoyed the hospitality. And what you want is a fair test, and this golf course it's been trying. It's been difficult setup at that, but it's as I said, a clean.
So true. Now Yuvraj Sandhu's total earnings for the year 1 crore 20 lakhs. It's phenomenal and a great advertisement for the fact that professional golf is alive in India. It's there for youngsters to take up as a career. Brilliant career option. Look, who better to those.
Look at the top 10 scores. This golf course, great thing about the golf course, the path, especially fields, birdie, red number, maybe it's the kills. It's depending that we're going to are keeping with like really appreciative. I don't we just we go along and we're saying we go into a gap between us other organizing later. That's a picture that is quite a few times. You have to be exact here at the beginning. good putt by him. Great showing by the youngsters. Yet again, the tour. Of course, N. Thangaraja flying at fly high for 40 something. But he doesn't look it. So he gets this move down. The unmistakable champion, the man of the hour. The future this and 21, 22 years of age, very victories. Very real contender for the championship. Of course, golf is a funny game. But I can't quite count that you one the lead that the Raj have is behind the that. To get 121 with that lead of 20 lakh to Rajari. Mind you, it's still 6. Calculation 15% of that is something. So guys, those that you live for. You gotta cool off, buddy. There is the bunker. You gotta cool off. You want that victory. Let's do it. Relax.
For a towel is a key element in your golf kit.
Let's not trend up more. You know, make mistakes. When you're live, yes, these are the moments.
But it's also good to see someone really something positive.
Not only is the sport of golf advancing, but the coverage and the presentation as far it's better. The quality of coverage is almost catching up with that, obviously. You know, also helps that the golf course is such a pretty lot of colors around it. Everything adds to the visuals.
Yes, certainly over the last few years, you see the growth, the quality of the camera work, production has increased year on year, giving us a chance to get you better and better visuals of the unfold. And what better way for it to unfold than a dominant performance by champion Gujarat Sandhu now. Each year on year, in fact, Ashwin will see the performance of the league go up steady last 3 or 4 years. We were the 1 crore mark at one point. We crossed that 3 or 4 years ago, and it's built year on year. Also, gives an idea of the sort of money that is being brought into the game by the PGTI team to work. I mean, really sweat to bring the money into the game so that it continues to flourish, bring opportunities to a growing band of professional golfers across the length and breadth of India. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes there. You considering this game product, but what goes in behind a lot of hard work at every level. From this far northeastern corner of the country, the entire team will be all the way across to Rajasthan to get set in time for the next event, the Rambagh golf course. So I mean, I think the logistics of all of it's not just the production of pictures, but all of the team behind, the scores and the administration. So great efforts being put in to keep the game afloat and in fact keep rising draft, so to say. And this gorgeously beautiful time. A little snapshot of it being brought to you yet again by Arun.
Speaking of Rajasthan, it was very heartening to see my dear friend Vishal Singh competing. He belongs to Rajasthan. Of course, it'll be interesting to see how he performs there.
And also seeing that the drone operator is the expanded field of coverage. Because now the France is being taken. We go off topic, but lots of beauty that the island is the nation where boundaries. So much. The amount that you can see in one lifetime.
1916, when the Bengal conflict was established. What a facility, the joy. Well, a brilliant stop on the PGTI calendar. Much look forward to stop. Sure, you will be looking forward to coming back here next year to defend his title. Meanwhile, everyone's getting ready for the prize presentation. Gujarat Sandhu, the winner, this leg of the 2025 season PGTI Tour. Earnings have crossed 1.2 crore mark just this season. That's the trophy, the Indian Oil Silver Masters Golf Trophy, coveted trophy that everyone has come here to make their own. Yuvraj has managed to pocket it for the third time in his career. He won this tournament in 2022, and now again 2025. Very first tournament victory as a professional game at Digboy.
That's also the year he set the tournament record. He changed that number. play. But it did not happen, but he still gave it a good run, finishing at 19. It's not a small feat by any means, and to have a 7 or 8 shot on the field is quite extraordinarily impressive. And very rare to think of professional tournament, golf tournament, ending with the gap being that wide. That makes it even more impressive how dominant he has been. Led from ball wire to wire finishing, from the flag, starting flag to the finish line. Head of game. It showed complete mastery of the field aspect from tee to green was show for everybody to see. It was our pleasure to be here and be part of this. Come to the closing stage of the Indian Stowe Masters in the form of the prize.
So the 23 under that he scored, that preferred lives allowed. So that we understand the both the golf. Wondering whether this 19 under, what did he shoot in top 22?
17 under, but I'm not sure whether I'm not talking about enforcement, but I'm talking about the largest, the lowest score. On that note, like you said, from out of to the presentation party, couple of there captured from above. Yes. Did a great job of keeping tight focus on the party heading over to the podium. There's no problem. Looks like all right. Thank you very much. And see you.
I request all the players and the guests to please take their seats. as we begin with the valedictory ceremony of the 25th Servo Masters Tourney. Hello and a very good afternoon to you all. On the pristine and timeless greens of Digboy, where nature's generosity flows like the mighty Brahmaputra, where history whispers, emerald forests and lush tea gardens give us the beauty, and where Mother Earth once revealed India's first drop of oil, we gather here in this blessed land for the valedictory ceremony of the 25th edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. It is a beautiful sunny afternoon here at Digboy Golf Links, and we are amidst the company of some very spirited personalities. We open this valedictory function with the Indian Oil song, and I request you all to please stand for the same.
जान है आधार देश की प्रगति का दुनिया में इतना सम्मान है आगे बढ़ेंगे ऊंचे उड़ेंगे हम सबका यही अभियान है इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है सबके हितों का संरक्षण हो हर कार्य में नव परिवर्तन हो हर दिल में भाव लगाव का हो विश्वास वचन और कर्म में हो आगे बढ़ेंगे ऊंचे उड़ेंगे ये मूल्य मेरा अभिमान है अभियान है मेरी शान है इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है इंडियन ऑयल इंडियन ऑयल मेरी पहचान है.
Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy a special audio-visual presentation capturing the journey, highlights and the spirit of the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. Can we have the AV please?
In the misty wilderness of Upper Assam, in Digboy, a story was waiting to be told. The story of India's first oil discovery. Here in 1889, pioneers struck oil, uncovering a resource that would change the destiny of a nation. By 1901, Asia's first refinery rose, and by 1902, kerosene from Digboy lit homes across India, marking the dawn of a new era. And all of this unfolded in a land unlike any other, Assam. A land where the Brahmaputra flows like a timeless melody, where tea gardens stretch to the horizon, where Muga silk glistens to the sun, and where the rhythm of Bihu keeps heritage alive. Amidst this land of legends, oilmen built a space for camaraderie, the Digboy Golf Links. One of India's oldest golf courses. For over a century, this course has stood witness to history, nurtured talent, and stood as a proud symbol of Indian Oil's enduring legacy.
मैं छोटा से गोल्फ कोर्स में केडी करते करते आया और मुझे कि देखने को मिला कि साहब लोग इतना अच्छा से एक स्टिक से खेल रहा है, तो हमको एक दिमाग में आया कि ये चीज़ मुझे भी खेलना चाहिए। अगर ये चीज़ हम खेलेंगे तो मुझे पता चलेगा कि गोल्फ का गेम क्या होता है। यही चीज़ ट्राई करते करते अभी तक 2025 में इंडियन ऑयल ने मुझे बोला कि तुम प्रो में खेलने का लायक का है।
मैं 1997 से केडी का काम स्टार्ट किया डिगबॉय गोल्फ कोर्स में, और इंडियन ऑयल ने मुझे खेलने का मौका दिया और खेलते खेलते मैं प्रो लेवल तक पहुंचा हूँ।
From humble beginnings to professional glory, such journeys embody the true spirit of sportsmanship and the values Indian Oil stands for. In 1999, Digboy Golf Links' proud legacy found a new expression. The Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf. Hosted on these historic greens, the tournament gave Indian golf a stage like no other. And now, in 2025, this remarkable journey reaches a milestone. 25 glorious years.
This year is a silver jubilee year for the Servo Master Golf Tournament. And being a silver jubilee year, I would like to wish that first thing, all the top golfers of the country should be there participating in this tournament. And my best wishes for this tournament for a very grand success.
From a mere 43 numbers that we had in the early 2000s, we have more than 100 people taking part in the tournament. And today, I can very, very proudly say that the Indian Oil Servo Masters is one of the longest serving tournaments in the country.
1999 से इंडियन ऑयल का एक सर्वो मास्टर्स प्रोफेशनल गोल्फ टूर्नामेंट स्टार्ट हुआ। 3 बार मैंने विनर भी हुआ एमेचर में। रिटायर करने का बाद भी इंडियन ऑयल का तरह बदौलत मुझे इस गोल्फ कोर्स में आने का सुযোগ मिला।
Like going back to like Assam and Digboy for the 25th leg edition is obviously something which all of us are looking forward to, and I'm sure it's going to be a memorable event for everybody.
It's always great to have great things happening at the right time. We are all very excited from PGTI. It is a unique golf course right in the middle of the tea garden. It's really fantastic.
Digboy is one of the top golf courses in India. As a PGTI, we feel very, very happy. Indian Oil have taken the responsibility, not 1, 2, 5, 10, 25 years. Every year, they're trying to do that. Hats off to them, and my love and appreciation for them.
From fueling India's industrial journey to fueling the spirit of sport, Indian Oil and Servo have built a legacy that bridges time, culture, and generations. This is more than a tournament. 124 years of petroleum heritage, 25 years of sporting excellence, 25 years of Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf.
Thank you. I now take the opportunity to invite the dignitaries of this afternoon to please step forward and take the place of honor up front on the stage. I invite Mr. A.S. Sahni, Chairman, Indian Oil, Mr. Kapil Dev, India's legendary cricketer and a passionate golfer and President PGTI, Mr. Rahul Prashant, ED&RH, AOD, Digboy Refinery, Mr. John Prasad, Executive Director, Corporate Communications and Branding, Marketing HO, Indian Oil, and Mr. Amandeep Joel, CEO, PGTI. Sirs, we welcome you all here today and thank you for your presence. Honorable dignitaries, senior officials of Indian Oil, guests, Team PGTI, dear golfers from India and across the countries, the foreign countries rather, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, I now invite Mr. Rahul Prashant, ED and RH Digboy Refinery to please briefly welcome all our guests. So.
A very good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of Team Digboy Refinery, it is really a proud moment for us to host the 25th edition of the longest serving this golf tournament. On this occasion, we have one of the legendary cricketer of our country, proud of our country, Shri Kapil Dev ji. I welcome on behalf of Team Indian Oil. Shri A.S. Sahni sir, Chairman Indian Oil. I welcome you sir on this great occasion. Shri Amandeep Jolji, CEO PGTI, who are with us on this great occasion. Shri John Prasad ji, whose support with the Team Digboy Refinery is unparalleled, I must acknowledge. I welcome you, sir, on this great occasion of the final round, the final day of this 25th edition of golf tournament. I also welcome all the players who participated in this tournament. The participation of the top golfers really mean a lot of us because their presence in Digboy, in this golf course, makes us proud, and also to perform and to keep this golf course, wonderful golf course, more and more lively and wonderful for the next golf tournament which is going to happen in 2026. So I thank you all the players, all the caddies. I welcome you all. I welcome our guests also, and the media friends who are present for the beautiful coverage of this tournament. So once again, I welcome you all. Please enjoy the final prize ceremony.
Thank you, sir. And a complete honor now to request Mr. A.S. Sahni, Chairman Indian Oil, to please accord a traditional felicitation to Mr. Kapil Dev, the national sports hero and the President PGTI. This is a chorai, to honor and welcome the guests. This is a symbol of Assam. So sir is being felicitated with the traditional chorai, and of course this is a symbol of Assam, a symbol of honor, welcome, our warmth, our hospitality. This is Assam. And this is something really unique we'd like to present. Team AOD Digboy Refinery has designed this paraffin wax, one of the finest qualities of wax in the world, which is produced here at Digboy. And they have designed it with Kapil sir's photographs. So sir, this is a keepsake for you. This is also a symbol of the petroleum industry, as the first well and the first refinery, which is represented by the still. So thank you for accepting this honor. I now request Mr. Rahul Prashant, ED and RH. Sir, if you could please felicitate Mr. A.S. Sahni, Chairman Indian Oil. Sir, amidst your very, very hectic schedule, you've been able to find time to join us here.
अब और मत फैसिलिटेट कराना हाँ मेरा रहने
Okay, sir. So, but one is very important. So, I would like to call upon Mr. Sampath Chari, Tournament Director, PGTI. He has been one, star who's been working day in and day out. He's been serving us. The past so many years, we've seen Sampath sir on the course, guiding our teams, conducting the tournaments. And so we would like to felicitate here. I'll request Chairman sir to please felicitate Sampath Chari sir. Amidst this huge gathering of golfers from India and foreign countries, we have one more star who's really unique, and he comes from Digboy Refinery. There's Pavitra Bhuiya. He's a star athlete. He's an officer in the HR department here at Digboy, and his claim to fame is that he's recently won a gold medal at the 23rd Asia Masters Athletic Championships in the shot put event. Mr. Pavitra Bhuiya will also be representing the country in the World Athletics Tournament 2026, which is due to be held at South Korea. Ladies and gentlemen, let's applaud for Mr. Pavitra Bhuiya. So heartiest congratulations to Pavitra Bhuiya. Keep up and good luck for the next international tournament. The presence of Mr. Kapil Dev, our national sports star here today, has taken the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament to an entirely new level. Sir, thank you for your presence here today. But very briefly, I want to request you if you could just speak to us. Please.
Namaskar, good afternoon. Thank you very much. We must say, Indian Oil, behalf of the player, we want to say thank you very much. 25 साल से आप लगातार बुला रहे हैं और हम खेल रहे हैं. उनकी तरफ से मैं धन्यवाद कहना चाहता हूँ. From the PGTI, special thanks, because very few tournament in our country which last for 25 years, and you're still very young and we are very young in PGTI. I hope our partnership carry on and you keep us calling again and again, and we can have a wonderful time. Enjoy your tea, enjoy, not to drink oil, but enjoy your oil also. Thank you very much inviting us, and good luck to you, and thanks again behalf of the PGTI and behalf of the players, the way you organize this tournament. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words and compliments and the encouragement. I'm very happy to share with you that a leader, he knows the way and he goes the way and he shows the way. Ladies and gentlemen, such has been Mr. A.S. Sani, Chairman Indian Oil, as he's been the inspiration and guiding force. It's a fact. Behind us hosting this milestone edition of Indian Oil Servo Masters tourney. Sir, I request you to please share your thoughts with us.
Good afternoon, and I don't want to be in between the winners' felicitation and probably lunch. We are not having lunch here, so I'm not saying lunch. But I don't want to stand between felicitations. But nevertheless, thank you all the players for being here. Thank you PGTI for supporting the tournament. Thank you Kapil sir for taking time out from I know how we have me and Aman have been working on his schedules. We are very satisfied that we could get 2 days of him here. We are very fortunate to be here, and I want to say only two sentences. The first one is that we are very happy, we are very honored, we are very delighted that this tournament is going on to complete it has completed its 25 years, which is a landmark, which is a proper big milestone. It calls for a big celebration, it calls for a big satisfaction. It is a big achievement, and we are very proud of it. That is first part of it. The second part of it, the journey for improvement never stops. There are some suggestions coming from Aman, from Kapil sir, and we are looking forward to suggestions, to feedbacks, formal, informal, in whatever manner, for infrastructure, for facilities, for improvement of this tournament to be a much better, much bigger, much more enjoyable tournament. Those feedbacks are most welcome. We are soliciting them for improving this tournament year on year. I think these are the two things that I wanted to say. Thank you so much, most welcome, and come again next year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the perfectly balanced address. And now Team PGTI would like to present mementos to the dignitaries. I'll request Prabhash to please coordinate it. Request Mr. Kapil Dev, President PGTI, to present a plaque to Mr. A.S. Sahani. Sir, request you to present it to Mr. Rahul Prashant. And to Mr. John Prasad. We are happy to mark this historic edition of India's longest running professional golf tournament with the release of a special commemorative coffee table book. May I request our dignitaries to please unveil the same. So here is an edition of Silver Saga and Timeless Greens, which we've tried to put together to commemorate this beautiful tournament. Thank you, sirs. And the much awaited leg of this event is right here now, the prize distribution. We thank PGTI for conducting this tournament, and I would now like to invite Mr. A.S. Sahani to please sign the check. Yes, sir. So we have a runners-up, and proud to announce the runner-up of the 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament, Jamal Hussain. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Jamal Hussain comes from Bangladesh, and he played a fantastic 4-day round, 12 under 276, clocking 68, 73, 70, and 65 pars over 4 days. An absolutely fantastic win. Jamal Hussain, he is also the holding champion of the 2024 edition. So let's hear for him again. Chairman Indian Oil presenting a 10 lakh rupees check to Jamal Hussain. Congratulations, Jamal. The dignitaries, Mr. Sahni and Mr. Kapil Dev, taking the honor to do the signing ceremony on the check. And a complete honor and a great sense of pride we feel as I announce the name of Yuvraj Sandhu. Yuvraj, the winner of the 25th edition, the milestone silver edition of the Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament. Yuvraj, young lad from Chandigarh, and he has been a seasoned player on the PGTI calendar. I would also like to share with you that he played 19 under 269, clocking 65, 69, 66, and 69 over the 4-day round. And Yuvraj lifts this beautiful Servo Masters trophy. Let me remind you that the trophy is inspired by the very establishment of the Digboy refinery. So the bowl you see on the top is actually the still, which was the first refinery. Yuvraj, I'll invite you to please share your thoughts with us.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, players, dignitaries. Thank you so much, Sani sir, coming down, and Kapil Paji. Thank you so much. 3 years ago, I got my first win here, so Digboy is definitely very, very special to me. It has a close place in my heart. Getting another win on the 25th anniversary of IOCL tournament, it is just an icing to the cake. Digboy is special. Thank you so much for the warmth and hospitality. IOCL, I thank on behalf of all the players. The stay, the hospitality, the food, everything is immaculate. We really enjoyed coming to Digboy this week. We were literally hosted like stars. Thank you so much. The PGTI and the whole team behind the greens, the course, fantastic job. In fact, Sampath sir was telling me it was so hard to cut out a hole on the greens. So fantastic job there. PGTI, fantastic job. Thank you so much for hosting and putting this tournament together. My roommates and the players last week and last week, Shaurya, you pushed me to this win. Thank you so much. And Manu, thanks a lot for making me make more and more birdies throughout the weeks. And roommates, Bikram and Arjun, thank you so much. Last, family, team, everybody, Lavish sir, Rabia, Gurbaz, thank you so much, everybody, Gaurav sir. And family is PGTI, of course, mom and dad, my sister. I would also like to bring to notice that this win actually holds so much. It was just impossible for me to get this without such a big support that I have. And I just feel gratitude right now, and I'm at a loss of words. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for making this possible for me. Thank you.
Heartiest congratulations, Yuvraj, and heartiest congratulations to all the nearly 136 golfers who were part of this milestone edition. Let's hear it for all the players once. Team AOD has put in a lot of effort in pulling off this event, and I want to invite Mr. Suryadeep Diingia to briefly propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Chairman, Indian Oil, Sri S. Sani sir, Sri Kapil Dev, President, PGTI, Sri Amandeep Singh Johal, CEO, PGTI, Sri Rahul Prasant, ED and RS Digboy Refinery, Sri John Prasad, EDCC Branding and Marketing Head Office, Sri Najesh Nambia sir, ED and SS Indian Oil State Office, Sri Sampath Sari, Tournament Director, PGTI, champions and golfers present, representative of IOA and AOC Labor Union, representative of print and electronic media, PGTI officials, colleagues of the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to stand before leaders who have shaped industries and built sporting legacies. I take this privilege to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this historic Silver Jubilee edition of 25th Indian Oil Servo Masters Golf Tournament a resounding success. At the very onset, I would like to extend our gratitude to Chairman Indian Oil, Sri S. Sani. You have always prioritized and sports and sportsperson in India, encouraging initiatives taken up by Indian Oil to promote sports. We are grateful you chose to be here today for these milestones. Kapil Dev sir, your involvement with this tournament has given it credibility and visibility, opening the doors for golf in India. It was a delight to have you with us, and I thank you for your support and guidance. Sri Amandeep Singh Johal, CEO PGTI, Sri Sampath Sari, Tournament Director PGTI and PGTI team, you manage this complex logistics and standards that allow over 100 professionals to come to compete on this equal footing. That work rarely gets headlines, but it is essential. Thank you for returning to Digboy every year. To our champions and all competing golfers, you delivered your 4 days of competitive golf under challenging conditions. That is what you came to do here, and you have done it. Congratulations to you. I would also like to extend my sincere gratitude to Sri Rahul Prashant, ED and RS Digboy Refinery, and Sri John Prasad, CC and Branding, for their constant support throughout the entire tournament. I also thank the organizing committee for the smooth functioning of the tournament. The groundkeeping staff has done a wonderful job with the course, keeping it conditions and well maintained for fair play throughout. Our dear caddies, you managed logistics and supported players through every round. Thank you for that. I would take the opportunity to thank the media teams. Your coverage was crucial for this tournament to reach beyond those physically present. To the sponsors, partners and stakeholders who have been with us throughout this tournament, your sustained engagement is that 25 years actually means in practical terms. And to everyone who attended over these 4 days tournaments, need galleries, thank you for being such enthusiastic spectators. Ladies and gentlemen, the 25th edition is complete. The 26th Indian Oil Sabo Masters Golf Tournament awaits. Until then, well and keep building the future of Indian golf. Once again, thank you all for your respective contributions. Have a safe travel. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And we'll all stand by for the national anthem now. Thank you very much, and we wrap up this beautiful silver event with the national fervor, wishing you all good luck for the times to come and for the other events on your circuit. Thank you, PGTI. Thank you, AOD.